act. He is love without motive. God's love is uncaused. Maybe you're among those who grew up thinking that you had to do so many good things for God to love you, and if you didn't, He wouldn't. Maybe you grew up in a family where you were on that kind of a performance basis. Maybe you heard your mother say when you were growing up, honey, if you don't do this, mommy won't love you anymore. But you need to put all that behind you if you want to know the love of God, because love from God is uncaused love. It comes from Him. It has nothing to do with you. Not only is His love uncaused, but as you study the Bible, you begin to realize it's also very unreasonable. God's love is unreasonable. From the beginning of the Garden of Eden, there was no cause or no reason from a human perspective for God to love Adam and Eve. There was no reason for Him to cover their sins with the skin of a sacrificed animal. Nor was there a reason for God to spare Noah and his sons and their wives. There was no reason. Had any human being been in God's place, he would have shouted, "Enough!" sooner rather than later. There were countless reasons for God to have lowered the curtain on the human drama, but there were no reasons, humanly speaking, for Him to press on in spite of the predictable failings of all of us. Because of this, we say that God's love is unreasonable. And Paul, writing to the Romans, put it this way: "For when we were still without strength, in due time Christ died for the ungodly. For scarcely for a righteous man will one die, yet perhaps for a good man someone would even dare to die. But God demonstrates His own love toward us, in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us." That's exactly what He did. He died for you and for me, all of us card-carrying sinners and enemies of God. Yet it was in that situation that love manifested itself, a wholly unreasonable act of a righteous man dying in the place of unrighteous men. God's love is uncaused and it's unreasonable. And it's unending. God's love is unending. The Bible says that God is love, and the Bible also says that God is eternal. So if God is love and God is eternal, then God's love has to be eternal. He's the everlasting God. He's the Alpha and Omega. He's the beginning and the end. He is the one who is and who was and who is to come. He's the Almighty. We all divide time into past, present, and future, but God doesn't live in those categories. God's name